Showmaker Karma is just not as fun as what I was hoping for. I was kind of thinking, oh, he just ends up playing Bard, but maybe he'll play something really fun, a Mage again. Took a non-teleport summoner, he took the Ignite.
Oh dear.
So we'll be able to get teleport later. Now Faker is
Scout needs to put down the Walkman. As Kingen going to flash on top of Faker. They're all flashing to try and kill the GOAT. And they might be able to do so. There it is. First blood goes over to Dudu. He's happy to tank another turret shot just because he can.
Junglers are moving over, so Faker without passive very vulnerable right now.
Scout's seen on a ward too.
All right. Oh, the Harpoon's going to connect, but Scout's in a great position. Oh, shows himself a little early, you could say. Q going to miss as the equalizer just to try and stop them from getting out. The ulti forward from Faker, and he will be able to get revenge against King. And Q going to connect though here from Dudu, who's immediately out again as Scout was waiting in the area. A 1v2, not something that Dudu was able to get towards.
You know,
Okay, never mind. Scout is still looking for it. Gets the Conqueror proc, the world's shortest safeguard, and Scout just kills it.
Dudu forgot that he wasn't a top laner for a second. He's like, oh, I guess I gotta go back to farming.
Yeah. Well, Faker is once again going to not have a great time in this 1v1, as Kingen with the silenced auto attacks is really hurting. Hex Drinker is pretty good though. Faker is able to at least use that to help himself.
But now Kingen has a fresh set of cooldowns.
Oh dear, another Harpoon going to connect to Scout. Makes his way over once again. The Ignite is ticking down, and Kingen gets the solo bolo. Scout should be able to get some revenge here. Scrap Shield comes through, but the Q is going to be enough. And that is the answering kill. Team top now looking to rotate over and grab themselves this dragon. They should be able to comfortably do so.
Classic Faker, you know, making himself
Absorbing
look
the
vulnerable,
pressure.
absorbing pressure. The dragon, as mentioned, though, will go over to Team Top, so ultimately...
Yeah, he also, like, if he clipped them and cut them off, oh.
That's a bit cute from Dudu. Finds the mechanics that time around, as Showmaker is going to get put down. And Scout is now looking for some grubs. We do have Dudu moving over, so might be able to contest a few of those, and Scout will be lucky to grab one by the looks, with Kingen moving over. Never mind, actually grabs a second as well.
Grabs the first one smiteless, so is able to use his smite for the second. Scout having a great game of jungle here.
The windup is going to come on through. Chaos Storm, or Arcane Storm, sorry, is not quite going to do the last bit of work here as Chovy Arcane shifts to try and get himself out of the way. Keen, so close to dead, but is going to survive. And down goes Chovy. Showmaker now going to be able to hold Dudu in position, but Scout doesn't want it. And Team Mid will lose another one.
Cleared free back for Kingen, still doesn't have his teleport.
Ooh. Dudu going to be able to take the crab away from Scout, and Doran is in position now to try and fight this one. Might be able to get himself out, does have flash, but instead he's just going to die. And Doran's going to be able to get his first of the game.
Pick that one up, so a big spike.
Wait, does that mean that Chovy just gets way more money? That doesn't sound balanced.
And it's with CS as well.
That doesn't seem right. He's already 30 in the lead. As, he's taking a lot of damage though. Zayas finds the angle, gets the flash. The barrier is not likely to be enough here as Chovy gets the Inspire Shield, but that isn't going to work out. We've now got Showmaker trying to figure it out here against both Keen and Zayas, and it does not work. Team Top get a double for the Yunara.
Now you've got 2-0-2 for Keen. And yes, you got the role quest finish first. Oh, he's in trouble.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
Really,
regardless,
really dead.
Despite having the role quest completed first, the fact you've given this massive influx of gold.
Moving over towards this dragon.
Chovy going for Triforce and not Essence Reaver, which did get changed to be a Sheen item.
True.
Talking a bit about Essence Reaver on Ezreal.
So good old blue Ezreal's back.
Over the build we have seen quite a lot last year, obviously.
Faker and Kingen continue to do Mortal Kombat here. Kingen does have his teleport now.
Yeah, Equalizer not exactly doing that much, but Flamespitter is doing plenty. And he gets the passive once again. In comes Dudu though, looking to try and challenge Faker. There's just a kick to the face. Q's going to connect. Great little knock up there as Faker used the ulti to try and get himself some space here, but it looks like Dudu is going to be able to play it by auto-attacking him a bunch of times.
Strong late game carries here in the Victor and the Yunara. They're also going to pick up this Rift Herald here, and the tables have turned back into Top's favor a little bit here. They have a gold lead right now, and I am wondering what UCal is going to be able to do comparatively damage-wise later on. Chovy is playing this very mobile Ezreal but game, so both these comps are really interesting. I don't feel like either scales better per se. I think damage scaling is better for Top, but how team fights work is a little bit more complex than that.
Oh god.
Keen.
He's taking a lot of damage. Q going to connect there towards the end, but shift away from Dudu. who comes on in aggressively. Showmaker doing a fair bit of work towards Keen as well, as that Q landing is kind of crazy. Faker and Kingen fighting once again as Kingen gets that flame spitter back. The ulti comes through from Faker as the flash out of the way, and down goes Faker. Didn't have the passive that time around.
Yeah, and Kingen didn't even...
Oh
my god.
All right, well, from downtown, Scout just moves in and kills him. OPLoLReplay going to pick up the Pantheon, but the turret is dead, and he finds another Q. In comes Doran, but I think Scout's pretty happy to continue fighting this as Showmaker comes on over, and the Q is going to connect there. Dudu is feeling pretty tanky, though, as his health bar is looking all right, but Doran is off wrong side, and it's another Q that just executes that Victor.
Doran forgot he wasn't playing Jax or something.
Oh, no!
He's like, I'm flanking him. Wait, I'm Victor.
The big stars last time, Chovy and Showmaker. Obviously, Showmaker AD carry, Chovy top lane was like, those players really felt like they could just play those roles. But the Scout jungle has
Really
been
came
massive
out of
today.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just really didn't see it coming.
That's looking a little bit like we'll need supplements.
Maybe he asked Chovy, what should I be building? And Chovy was like, Rod of Ages, maybe Banshees straight after.
The response might be a little bit more iron. It's all right. Showmaker finding Keen as Chovy just going to walk on over looking for these Qs, as we can see. Scout is there, but he's just as assistance as Chovy's going to be able to lock that one down. And Zeus is just being a minion all over the map.
This is going to end poorly for Team Top, I think.
I feel like it may. As teleport comes in from Faker, they do manage to take the turret. That's something. But Dudu is not going to have his life for very much longer as Yukao comes in. That is actually Faker that locks down the kill, as we can see there. And now Chovy, arcane shifting, looking for Doran. He takes a few Mystic shots as now Showmaker moving in looking for Zeus. We'll be able to slow him down with a couple of Qs, and is now just saying, Faker, he's right here. Scout, he's right here. Triple OPLoLReplay, but he's already in the death chamber, and Q not going to be necessary as Yukao's going to be able to take down that one. And all of a sudden, this game just seems unplayable for top lane.
Yeah, I mean, the first match Team Mid had obviously was complete stomp. This game had a bit more legs, but starting to really feel like it's falling in their favor now. They should just be able to pick up this Baron. There's two members of Team Top trying to approach.
Yeah, let's see if that equalizer placement is perfect.
I mean, Kingen might be able to have an angle here, but this Baron is not long for the world and will be just secured by Scout.
I think it's the right call to just give this one up and not even waste your ultimate.
Feeling like they're never really going to leave until that inner turret is going to get taken down, as Dudu looking for another gank opportunity towards Faker here. Doesn't have a lot of support in the area, but has he reached that critical mass as he flashes towards Doran? Gets the knock-up. Kickback is good there from Dudu, though, to try and buy space for his Victor. Faker is still trying to lifesteal through this, and it's doing pretty well as he goes down to the passive, but I have a feeling that he may just die. Yeah, Gravity Well is a little bit annoying there, and Dudu's going to be able to grab themselves the kill.
It took 4 people.
Oh, True Shot Barrage! Not quite enough there from Chovy.
They almost get the kill with Chovy. It took 4 people. If Yukao had TP or if Scout had ult, which he didn't at that moment in time, I think this actually could have gone well, and he's going to try to use it here on the bottom side.
Yeah, straight into a snare, though, which is a little unfortunate. Teleport to come on forward as Showmaker is making his way down. May not necessarily know what Orcs was talking about, as that is a relatively common T1 strategy. Okay, Scout is caught out of position. This is a lot of shutdown gold if they're able to get the kill onto the Pantheon, as Equalizer comes on through as well. He didn't have flash, or at least it isn't going to work, and it has now been shut down. It's a lot of money for the Yunaras. Now Yukao could be dead as well, as Dudu looks for it and will be able to find it. It's another kill for Kane. Oh dear. Teemo Jungle was really infecting Korean solo queue more recently than not, so that could be a real option. And I think that that is really on Brown. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, they made it so you can do it again. And they added another, they also increased the amount of mana on some of the tier items, like the maximum mana. I believe on the Fimbulwinter and the Mana Moon, it's up to 1,000.
So Fimbulwinter is going to be coming in next, is that what you're saying?
No,
it maximize the Muramana value.
You could go for tier items.
And in fact, very
Good call, Atlas.
one, nailed it. See, perfect. Never about misinformation, me. It's not my way. Bit of a siege here for the top laners though, as they are able to take down this mid outer turret. Decent shockwave onto 2, or at least 1, because that was a fake one. Dudu taking a lot though, as we can see there. Doran now face to face with Chovy and Showmaker. A little bit of a scary position, but Chovy taking a lot of damage as well. And in goes Dudu, looking at that angle. Arcane shift so good from Chovy though to avoid that, and the Mystic shot will be enough to take him down. Little optimistic there from Dudu, unfortunately.
And the backs get delayed here as well, and this is just the beginnings of the end, it feels, in so many ways. The Baron is back up. I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Did, in fact, do that.
There was no one anywhere near it as well. There was no follow-up.
I don't have any tape of what would happen if he had have not done that.
Oh, yeah. He still had both sums as well. There was like no way he ever killed him, and he's just like, you know what, send it. Which...
Speaking of sending it, Faker is just going to get engaged on here in the mid lane. Does just use a whole bunch of everything in order to get himself to safety. Ulti and flash.
Soaking the pressure.
As Kingen is still feeling pretty good in this 1v1. Goes golden, though, to avoid dying to Faker. And there he goes. Nicely played here. Equalizer comes down as Chovy is in a lot of trouble. Arcane Shift. Oh, good flash from Keen. Avoids death to the True Shot barrage, but it was very cute play from Chovy to get into the brush.
Confidently in the hands of Team Mid, who siege up this last turret here in the top lane.
The fact that Rumble gets Ignite and Teleport is really broken. There are a lot of champions where that is true. I feel like Rumble is like the biggest abuser, or one of the biggest abusers. As right, Doran is in a lot of trouble. True Shot Barrage is not going to connect, so at least Chovy is not going to get an assist. So that's in the pros column. Doran's dead though, for not very much response. And that
goes in the cons column?
Yeah, that's in the cons column.
Okay.
And we're going to see Faker, who hasn't had a TP for a really long time, just come up here to the top lane and prep this second wave. They have this inhibitor in the bag.
Yep, diving onto Keen here as he's the Yunara. He needs to be doing damage, but it's so hard when Scout is so fed. Down he will go as Shockwave connects onto Dudu just to play defense. Zeus is dead as an afterthought, and now Dudu underneath this turret is not looking too long for the world. Or he can make his way out, but his Nexus is then going to be the one that dies. And Team Mid just casually walking towards the enemy base, and they will be winning this top versus mid battle and will put themselves in our final against the bot laners. And man, Scout, just roll swap, man.
Yeah.
Looking real good.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.